Welcome back, Mzansi, to the Mzansi Matrix, where we decode the complexities of South African business, finance, and the ever-evolving tech landscape. I'm Johan, and today, we're diving into a story that has sent ripples, or perhaps more accurately, shockwaves, through the corridors of power and the innovation hubs across our nation. It's a tale that blends artificial intelligence, government policy, and a rather embarrassing misstep that has significant implications for all of us. Just this week, South Africa found itself in an unenviable spotlight. The Department of Communications and Digital Technologies, under the leadership of Minister Mondli Kangubile, was forced to withdraw its very first draft national AI policy. The reason? A stunning revelation: the policy, meant to guide our country into the future of artificial intelligence, was riddled with fictitious sources in its reference list, sources that appeared to have been, ironically, AI-generated themselves. Think about that for a moment. Our foundational document for navigating the AI revolution contained references to organizations that didn't exist, publications that were never written, and research that was pure fabrication. This wasn't a minor typo, it was a fundamental flaw, uncovered by diligent reporting from the Daily Investor, that has cast a long shadow over South Africa's digital ambitions. The draft policy, titled South Africa's National Artificial Intelligence Policy, an Integrated and Inclusive Approach, was meant to be our strategic roadmap. It aimed to address everything from ethical AI development and data governance to job creation and economic growth through artificial intelligence. In a world grappling with the rapid advancements of AI, such a policy isn't just important, it's absolutely critical for any nation looking to stay competitive and protect its citizens. However, the Daily Investor's scrutiny revealed a different story. The investigation unearthed a series of references to non-existent entities like the African Center for AI Research or papers published by Journal of African Digital Transformation. These weren't subtle errors, they were glaring fabrications, hallmarks of generative AI's tendency to hallucinate or invent information when prompted. Imagine a policy document citing a ghost academic journal as its basis for critical decisions. It's almost farcical, were the implications not so serious. Minister Kangubile, to his credit, acted swiftly, withdrawing the policy and stating the department's commitment to a robust, credible, and inclusive process. He acknowledged the lapse and assured the public that a new, thoroughly vetted policy would be developed. But the question remains, how did this even happen in the first place? How did a document of such national importance make it through multiple layers of review with such a profound and easily verifiable flaw? This isn't just about a bit of egg on the face of a government department. This incident strikes at the heart of several critical issues for South Africa. Firstly, we are at a global inflection point with AI. Countries worldwide are scrambling to establish frameworks that balance innovation with regulation, ensuring ethical use, protecting data privacy, and mitigating risks like job displacement and algorithmic bias. For a developing nation like South Africa, a well-crafted AI policy could be a game-changer, allowing us to leapfrog traditional development stages, stimulate economic growth, and address pressing societal challenges through technology. This withdrawn policy was supposed to lay that foundation. Instead, it has shown a worrying lack of rigor at the very outset of our journey into the AI era. It sends a message that our approach to this transformative technology might be less sophisticated than required. Secondly, and perhaps more critically, it's a blow to. In any sector, but especially in technology where trust and foresight are paramount, the government's ability to produce reliable and well-researched documents is non-negotiable. This incident raises serious questions about due diligence within the department. Was there an over-reliance on AI tools without human oversight? Was the internal review process inadequate? These are crucial questions because public trust in official documents and policymaking is essential for effective governance. South Africa has long championed the Fourth Industrial Revolution, or 4IR, as a key driver for economic recovery and future prosperity. The President himself established a Presidential Commission on 4IR to ensure the country capitalizes on digital transformation. Our aspirations are high, to become a leading digital economy, fostering innovation, creating new industries, and tackling our alarming unemployment rates. This policy withdrawal represents a significant setback to those ambitions. At a time when our economy desperately needs catalysts for growth, and our youth need opportunities, clarity and forward-thinking policy in the tech space are vital. Our current economic climate, characterized by modest growth, high unemployment, and ongoing infrastructure challenges, demands certainty and robust planning, particularly in high-potential sectors like tech. South Africa's tech ecosystem is vibrant, home to talented developers, innovative startups, and a growing venture capital scene. But it also faces challenges, securing adequate funding, addressing infrastructure gaps, and combating brain drain. A strong, clear, and well-researched AI policy is not just a regulatory document, it's a signal to both local and international players that South Africa is serious about nurturing its tech sector and providing a stable, predictable environment for innovation. This incident, unfortunately, sends a different signal. It suggests a vulnerability in our policy-making apparatus that could erode confidence just when we need to be attracting investment and talent to build our digital future. Now, let's bring this closer to home. What does this withdrawn policy, or rather the lack of a sound one, mean for you, the South African consumer? First, it means a robust AI policy is designed to protect you. It would establish guidelines around data privacy, ensure fairness and transparency in AI algorithms that impact your loan applications or medical diagnoses, and guard against AI-driven misinformation or discrimination. Without these clear guidelines, you remain more vulnerable to the potential downsides of rapidly evolving AI technologies. Secondly, it creates a well-structured policy stimulates responsible innovation. It provides a framework for businesses to develop AI-powered services that could benefit your daily life, from more efficient public services to personalized education and healthcare. A stalled or flawed policy process could slow down the adoption of these beneficial technologies or lead to a fragmented approach where different companies operate under different, unclear rules. It could also exacerbate the digital divide if policies aren't designed to ensure equitable access and benefits across all segments of society. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, it can. When government policymaking is seen as flawed or unreliable, it chips away at public confidence. How are you to trust future AI-powered government services, or even broader digital transformation initiatives, if the foundational policy itself was built on such shaky ground? Trust is a currency that, once lost, is incredibly difficult to regain. For investors, both local and international, this news carries a heavy weight. Investors, by their very nature, seek clarity, predictability, and stability. This incident introduces the exact opposite into South Africa's tech policy landscape. Firstly, it significantly increases. Will the next AI policy be robust? How long will it take to develop? Will it be subject to further embarrassing revisions? These questions create an environment of doubt. Tech companies, particularly those involved in AI, need clear rules of engagement to innovate, scale, and attract capital. Without a stable policy environment, investors become hesitant, preferring markets where the regulatory ground is firm. Secondly, it impacts. Global investors evaluating South Africa as a destination for tech investment will look at this incident with concern. It sends a signal about the capacity for due diligence and the overall governance standards within key government departments. In the highly competitive global race for tech investment, any perceived weakness can easily divert capital to other, seemingly more reliable, markets. Think about venture capitalists looking to fund innovative AI startups in South Africa. They need to know that the regulatory framework will support, not hinder, growth. They need to be confident that their investments won't be undermined by unpredictable or poorly conceived government directives. While there might be a silver lining for a very niche sector, perhaps increased demand for AI ethics and governance consulting firms to help the government, the broader impact on the investment climate for South Africa's burgeoning AI and tech sector is undeniably negative. The government needs to work swiftly and transparently to rebuild this crucial investor confidence, demonstrating a clear and competent path forward. This withdrawal of South Africa's first draft national AI policy due to fictitious, AI-generated sources is more than just an administrative blunder. It's a stark wake-up call. It highlights the urgent need for rigorous, expert-driven policy development, especially in complex and rapidly evolving fields like artificial intelligence. Our nation's digital future, its economic recovery, and the well-being of its citizens and businesses depend on getting this right. It demands collaboration between government, academia, the private sector, and civil society to craft a policy that is not only robust and ethical but also genuinely inclusive and forward-looking. As we navigate the Mzansi Matrix, understanding these challenges is key to anticipating their impact. The coming months will be critical to see how quickly and effectively the Department of Communications and Digital Technologies can rectify the significant misstep and re-establish credibility in our nation's quest for a prosperous digital future. That's all the time we have for today on the Mzansi Matrix. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more insights, and leave your thoughts in the comments section below. How do you feel about this policy withdrawal? What are your expectations for South Africa's AI journey? I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep decoding the matrix.